Continuing where I left off, now the Phoenician woman, Dido, has him, making him linger with her blandishments. And what may come of this Junanian welcome, worries me seriously. Juno will act as such a crisis of affairs. Accordingly, what I propose is to ensnare the queen by guile beforehand, pin her down in passion, so she cannot be changed by any power, but will be kept on my side by profound love of Aeneas. Take heed of our thought, how you may do this. The boy prince, my greatest care in the world, must go now to the city, summoned by his father, taking gifts saved from the great sea and the fires of Troy. I'll drug him in his sleep, then hide him well high up in Cythera or on Cyprus, over idling in my shrine. There is no way for him to learn this trick or interfere. You counterfeit his figure for one night, no more, and make the boy's known face your mask, so that when Dido takes you on her lap amid the banqueting and wine in joy, when she embraces you and kisses you, you breathe invisible fire into her, and dupe her with your sorcery. A Moor to agree with his fond mother's plan of action, put off his wings, and gaily walked at Iülus. Venus in turn sent through Ascanius's body rills of slumber, caught him to her breast, and bore him to Idalia's area groves, where beds of marjoram embraced him in soft bloom and breathing shade. Soon then the godling, doing as she wished, happily followed where Achates led, carried the royal gifts to the Tyrrhenians. He found the queen amid magnificence of tapestries, where she had placed herself in the very center on a golden couch. Then Father Aeneas and the Trojan company came in to take their ease on crimson cloth. Houseboys filled their finger bowls and brought them bread in basket, napkins nubbled smooth. In the great kitchen there were 50 maids, to set the dishes out in a long line and tend the fires that shone for the hearth gods. 100 others, and as many boys of the same age, loaded the boards with meat and placed the wine cups. Tyrrhenians as well came crowding through the radiant doors, all bidden to take their ease on figure cushioning. There they admired Aeneas' gifts, admired Iülus with his godling's face aglow, and simulated speech. Then the great robe, the veil that yellow acanthus flower's edge, and more than anyone, the Phoenician queen, luckless, already given over to ruin, marveled and could not have enough. She burned with pleasure in the boy and in the gifts. After hugging Aeneas round the neck and clinging to him, she, answering the love of the deluded father, he sought the queen, and she with all her eyes and heart embraced him, fondling him at times upon her breast, oblivious of how great a god sat there to her undoing. Mindful of his mother, he had begun to make Psyche's fade from Dido's memory bit by bit, and tried to waken with new love a living love, her long settled mind in dormant heart. At the first pause in the feast, and after trenchers were taken off, they put out wine bowls, grand and garlanded. A festive din now rose and echoed through the palace halls. Lights and lamps hung from the coffered ceiling, rich with gold leaf, and torches with high flames prevailed over the night. And now the queen called for a vessel heavy with gems and gold, that Belus in his line had always used. She filled it, dipping wine, and her long hall fell silent. Jupiter, she prayed, you make the laws for host and guest, they say. Grant that this day be one of joy for Tyrians and men of Troy. Grant that it be remembered by our descendants. Now be with us, Bacchus, giver of happiness, and kindly Juno, and all you Tyrians attend in friendliness this meeting that unites us. At this she tilted a libation out and put the vessel lightly to her lips. Then, with a jest, gave it to Bidius, who nearly immersed himself in brimming gold as he drank down the foaming wine. The bow passed then to other lords, and Lord Iopus, with flowing hair, whom giant Atlas taught, made the room echo to his golden lair. He sang the straying moon and toiling sun, the origin of mankind and the beast, of rain and fire, the reigning hiatus, Arcturus, the great bear and little bear, the reason winter's suns are in such haste to dip in ocean, or what holds the nights endless in winter. Tyrrhenians at this redoubled their applause. The Trojans followed. And Dido, faded queen, drew out the night with talk of various matters while she drank long draughts of love. Often she asked of him, often of Hector, now of the armored Memnon, the son of Dawn, had worn, now of the team Diomedes drove, now of the huge Achilles. Come, rather, then, she said, dear guest, and tell us from the beginning the Greek stratagems, the ruin of your town, and your seafaring, as now the seventh summer brings you here from wandering all the lands and all the seas. So going to book 2, how they took the city. I'm going to leave it off here, and we'll return in book check-ins for the next one. Okay, bye.